few minutes here, I just wanted to share with you guys, like I did on TikTok a little bit ago, how I gained a lot of weight right after I left the Amish. I just thought of that here the last couple of days, how much healthier of a lifestyle it was in the Amish, growing up on our own vegetables in the garden, and canning the vegetables and putting it in the basement. And then also we butchered our own a cow and our own hog and chickens. So we had all of this meat that was obviously much more healthier than you would buy in a store, Walmart and stuff like that, because it had no preservatives, no antibiotics, nothing pumped into the meat like you would in some of these big farmers out here that do this stuff, for money, and they put these like steroids into the animals to make them grow faster and get more meaty, but it's very much unhealthy compared to what we grew up in the Amish. And here is perfect proof how much healthier the Amish live. Again, I can speak for my community because of our lifestyle we had in our old order group. It was, living off the land. We hardly went to the store for anything. We used very little sugar. We used salt, for baking and cooking and all that. But we didn't have all of the garbage pumped into the stuff like you would in the store today. And here's proof how much healthier we were. I was 125 pounds the very day I left the Amish. 9 months later, I was 170 pounds. I literally gained 45 pounds in the first 9 months I was out of the Amish. That is the big change that I look back now, and there's two factors that played into that. I started binge eating burgers and fries. I thought fast food was so amazing. It tasted so good. Sure, it tastes good because of all the stuff they put in it. They make it taste good. But it was very unhealthy. I didn't realize how many calories I was pumping in. The second factor was I sat around and binge watched movies. Right after I left the Amish, you talk about watching movies. I mean, I was so addicted to Western movies, right? The days and weeks right after, it was hard to get me off the couch. So there's two factors why I gained 45 pounds within 9 months after I left the Amish, because I was eating very unhealthy food, and I stopped working and being physical the way I was on the Amish farm. On the Amish farm, we would get up early in the morning, go milk cows, and then of course, you would work from dark to dark. And I just didn't have the physical body, working out and work all the time. So that also played a role of why I gained so much weight right after I left the Amish. So I went from 125 pounds to 170 pounds, in just a short time frame. So I just kind of want to point that out. We had a very much a strong immune system in the Amish. And that's another thing that I can now, because of COVID and everything going on, I look back at that. When I was visiting my mom just a few months ago, I brought up about this COVID stuff and everything. And I said, do you know, because I knew they don't go to the doctor for anything. So I asked her, I said, but do you know, or are you aware of having symptoms in the community? And she says, no, if we did have it, we don't really know. We don't go get tested. But our immune systems are pretty strong. I'm like, well, I already know that. And I shared that with her, how I gained so much weight right after leaving. And, but most of the Amish in my community died of old age, usually anywhere in the mid-90s to 100 years old. I remember several old ladies that died at about 105, because when you have such a strong immune system and you're always working and being physical, your body don't, shut down on you as quick. So I never even heard the word diabetes, having high cholesterol, any of those things when I was Amish. I mean, you just hardly ever, I don't remember one person ever passing away earlier than like 85 or 90 years old. And so I just wanted to hop on here and share that, because I can tell a huge difference, you know, especially when diseases and stuff like that hits like it is now with this virus and everything. It can take you under much quicker if you don't have a strong immune system and your body in the proper shape. It seems to really affect a lot of people that are not, you know, necessarily as healthy as what you would be if you had, you know, good natural foods and staying physical. You know, me being a truck driver right now, I feel flat out lazy compared to what I was growing up on the Amish farm, because well, I just sit here and drive, and I'm eating. And I barely even eat third of what I used to when I was Amish. I try to watch what I eat because I'm still up there in the 170s. So I need to watch what I eat, or I'm going to also have problems. You know, I went to the doctor. I go to the doctor now, and I already have high cholesterol. They already put me on pills to keep my cholesterol down. But if I was still Amish and did exactly what I did when I was still Amish, I don't think I'd have to even worry about high cholesterol or anything, because I mean, you could see every rib on my side, and yet we ate 3 healthy, big, fat meals every day. Big breakfast, big lunch, big dinner. But you shed it all off. It didn't have time to stick to your ribs. It just didn't have time because of the lifestyle. You just work. It seemed like I just never got a break. So when I left, obviously I became much more lazy and started binge watching movies and binge eating burgers, Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King. So I just wanted to share that real quick. I got to get going. I got to get out of this guy's way. And you all have a blessed